everyone, it's Missy, and I wanted to show you this project that I did this past week. I made a spring floral Easter wreath, and I kind of kicked myself because I should have taken a video to show you guys how to make it. This is my first attempt at making a wreath, and so I thought, oh, I didn't want to make a video because I wasn't exactly sure what I was doing, but the results turned out really good. But I'm just going to give you an overview of kind of how I did this. So I was doing some spring cleaning and I found quite a bit of floral items in greenery. These items were originally purchased at the Dollar Tree and Walmart if you are interested in getting these items yourself. What I was looking for were 3 focal flowers, which are these big yellow daisies. Then I had some more medium-sized daisies. And as you can see, I tried to make kind of a triangle of the focal flowers and then fill it in with greenery and the filler flowers so it all evened out. The bows, it's actually 2 melded together. I had them from previous floral arrangements that I had just kept, and I think it worked out really well. And the grapevine wreath itself I also had. I'm not even sure what size it is, but it is a good size. It's a pretty big size. Considering the size of the wreath, it's probably about, well, it's at least a foot in the middle space here. So maybe a 16-inch wreath, somewhere along those lines. The wreath itself is held together with hot glue, so I just used a hot glue gun. And when I constructed the wreath, I started with the greenery on the outside to kind of make it look a little more wispier. And then after I got the greenery in around the outside of the wreath, I put in my bow, I put in the focal flowers, and then I just came in with the filler flowers and then added more greenery at the end to kind of even everything out. And I even have my little butterfly to kind of add some little bit more interest into the wreath, which worked out really well. But I still had some flowers left over, so I decided to make a little table arrangement that goes along with the wreath. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I found when I was spring cleaning. I found this white plastic pot. It had come with a plant in it at one time, and I guess the plant is long gone, and the pot has a lot of decorative etching on it, which is really cool, and the plastic means it'll be durable in case some dog decides to bump it off a side table or whatnot. So we'll be using that. And then I also found this craft foam, and these are 3-piece Econofoam bricks, and they're 2 3/4 inch by 3 7/8 inch by 3 7/8 inch. Not exactly sure where these came from. They're very, very old. But I'm thinking I could take 2 of these blocks and stick them in the pot for our base to put the flowers in that I had left over from the wreath. So I had a bunch of, I think these were pansies. I got these at Dollar Tree. I also got these ones at Dollar Tree. This is part of a pansy bunch. These are left over from the wreath. I had a tulip left, and I had a daisy left over. I also had another butterfly, and then I had these white gypso, I guess they called them, that I had in the wreath. Actually, I could take the tag off of this one too. And so these are all the ones that, like I said, I picked up at Dollar Tree, or you can pick these up at a dollar store to do your wreath. And they were just extras that I never used in the project. And then these ones I think I got at Walmart, and it was just some green floral. I did not use this in the wreath that I showed you, but I had them on hand just in case I needed more greenery. So we can use this greenery for our arrangement. And then, just in case my arrangement isn't quite as full as I want it, I did pick up a bag of Spanish moss. Again, this would be from Walmart, and this is just to cover the foam and to fill out the rest of the pot so you don't see the sides and everything looks full. In addition to this, I do have my glue gun heating. It is a large glue gun and it's on the low setting, which is important. And then I have a pair of scissors and some wire cutters to cut the flowers so that way everything will be ready to go. So the first thing I'm going to do is open up the craft foam, and as soon as my glue gun is heated, we'll glue that into the base of the pot. Okay, so I got my foam glued down into the pot, and as you can see, I only have one block in there, and I guess that filled it up very nice, so I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm also going to start with my greenery just to kind of give it a little bit of base. So I'm taking my wire cutters, and I'm just cutting the stem, and then I think I'll just push this right into the side, like so. Just to kind of start getting it kind of full looking. I'm not worried about filling it up quite yet. I'm just starting it as a base so that way I can get my design going. And I'm just taking, I should back you guys up a little bit. I'm just taking each stem and cutting it separate from the batch that we have here. And I'm trying to keep these a little bit low simply because I want the height of the arrangement to be in the middle. So just kind of eyeballing and then sticking down. So that looks pretty good. Get another one here. And what I like about this is it goes a lot faster than I thought it was initially when I started doing it. And like I said, I kind of wish I had done a video of the wreath project. Like I said, I'd never done anything like it before. So I was nervous to even try a video, and I should have, because it actually turned out, like I said, a lot better than I thought it was gonna. Just stick that one down on the top. So we got some of our leaves spilling out over the side, and I think I'm going to start adding my thriller or some height. Now, I only have one each of these large flowers, and then I have a butterfly. So that's kind of like my odd number of the thrillers of how I want them to look. So I think what I'm going to do is I want to keep this one a little bit low. Let's see if I can... The whole pot wants to move on me. Keep it, there we go. And I kind of just pull it up a little bit. You don't want to commit to the glue gun quite yet if you want to glue these in, because I like placing stuff around and making sure it's going to look okay. I also want to have all the arrangement directed facing this way, because the back is going to kind of be up against a wall where I'm going to be placing it. I'm not going to be placing it dead center on a table, so where you're going to see all sides. So I want it facing one direction, and that's important too when you're doing these to determine how you're going to arrange them. So I'm just going to take my little butterfly, oops, stick it right in there, make it look like he's fluttering towards a flower. So now we got the 3 pieces kind of situated in there. Now to add even more height, I am going to take my flowers here that I had. These are kind of more or less a filler flower just because of the size. They're kind of on the small side. I'm just going to cut this darker one just like that. Just want to stick it kind of right in here, like so, just to kind of balance out the yellow and the purple. A few of my other filler flowers were these white ones. And these ones are nice because they add a lot of, see if I can put it right in here. They add a lot of fullness to the arrangement too. So as you can see, I kind of got it going. I don't have anything yet in the back that's tall. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. I might just do one of these white ones up in the back, I'm thinking. We'll see how that looks. Actually, I was a lot surprised. I really don't flower arrange that much, and I just thought, oh, let's just try this because I found all these items when I was spring cleaning. Oops, it's a little bit low. Put it up like so. There we go. And I actually found this to be very relaxing, and they're silk flowers. If you don't like them where they're at, you can just pull them out. As long as you haven't committed to the glue gun, you can pull them out and redo them. And I actually, for being kind of crafty, I don't know, I guess I just thought that this was a lot more finicky than what it really is. So I was very surprised and very happy that it all turned out. If I get that. So, and it's just a nice way to add a lot of color to your room. It's a lot of fun. You can switch these out for the seasons. And it's just kind of nice to know that, hey, if I see something made out of real flowers, they really make these fake flowers look real, that you can just keep going with it. So that's kind of what it's starting to look like for the flower part of it. And I think it actually is turning out really well. It's turning out really fast too. So what I'm going to do is just add in, and you know what, I don't even think I need the Spanish moss because it's looking pretty full. I'm going to turn my arrangement though, and I'm going to start adding in greenery because I want more greenery in there. So I'm just going to kind of fold everything in so I kind of have it like so. This one really is tall, so I might just keep pushing down. There, that works. So, and you can make this as airy as you want. You can make this as like stuffy as you want. I like how that one gal, I watched her putting these together, how she said stuffy arrangements. I thought that was so funny when she said that. Just put that in there. Yeah, so I think it's really coming together. It looks like a really nice arrangement. And I'm just going to keep adding the rest of these flowers until I use them up because I'm trying to clean out my house. I don't want to keep creating more clutter. Let's see, I'll add some yellow over here. As craft foam makes it so easy to just shove the flowers in. And just keep adding them along. And I'm just going to round out. Make sure you use odd numbers too when you're doing this. So I had some white bunches. I'm trying to make kind of like a triangle, but just have like 3 to kind of even it out. Even out your colors. You know, the purples, yellows, the whites. And make sure that you have the greenery as kind of the base behind everything. And I think that looks really good. I'm very happy at how that turned out. So, if you have any questions, you can leave a comment below. Otherwise, have a happy Easter, everyone. Bye.